And we've all heard the horror stories. A young person has a bad headache and ends up dead from an aneurysm. That story is all too common because the warning signs are often overlooked as benign.
KCTV 5's Carolyn Long has the miraculous story of a local woman who was one of the lucky ones because someone unexpected in her life saved the day.
It was the first day of school for myself and for my newly adopted son.
Come here.
Getting kids ready for elementary school was all new again for Tammy Willis. Her kids are grown and moved out, but in a random turn of events, she was blessed to adopt 8-year-old Jamari and his little brother.
I was going to make him his favorite breakfast, which was scrambled eggs and biscuits and gravy.
Then it was time for their race to see who would get dressed the fastest, and that's about the last thing Tammy remembers.
I remember turning from my bathroom into my bedroom, and I could remember seeing myself hit the floor, and that was the last thing I remembered. I didn't remember anything after that.
Jamari jumped on the phone, started frantically calling his new family members until someone picked up. His new uncle turned around and called 911, ultimately saving Tammy's life. She had a brain aneurysm.
An aneurysm is a sac or bulge that forms off of the side of a blood vessel. And we can see that there's an extra little lump magnified and profiled. This is the main sac of the aneurysm.
Dr. Coleman Martin is an interventional neurologist at St. Luke's on the plaza.
These are the coils here.
He immediately placed these small coils of soft-braided platinum to form a plug inside the aneurysm, then later inserted this stent too.
A pipeline stent. And this stent sleeves inside the blood vessel and diverts the blood flow away from the aneurysm.
In hindsight, Tammy did have some of the common warning signs of an aneurysm. She was experiencing occasional double vision in one eye, and she had unexplained terrible headaches.
A person can be feeling fine and then have what we call a thunderclap headache. It's a sudden, very severe headache. It just starts like that.
I feel really blessed to still be here.
And she should. Aneurysms can cause bleeding over the surface of the brain and can be deadly. So now more than ever, Tammy is sure thankful that her little hero came into her life when he did.
He should think very, very highly of himself, and he would always be my special hero.
Aneurysms are surprisingly common. About 3% of the population are thought to have one. Often they just never go on to cause much trouble. But if they do, 30% don't make it. 30% have a lasting disability, and the rest are like Tammy. They can go on to lead perfectly normal, healthy lives. Carolyn Long, KCTV 5 News.
So if you have young ones at home, this is a good reminder to teach them how and when to dial 911. And in a time when so many are going without landlines, it's also a time to demonstrate the basics of making a call on a cell phone.
Yeah, definitely good advice. And it's just incredible, though, to think that had she not adopted these little boys, who knows what would have happened.
They are now her sons and her heroes.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh.